Mallory, I do believe that it is,
Sagan time?
It is actually Sagan time.
It's Sagan time. He's cold.
He wants to snuggle this morning.
Snuggle?
Sometimes we never see the cats.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes we start with the cats, and that's nice.
Zeke.
That's a nice change. You're a sweetie. Oh, you want to cuddle.
You cold. You got the cold beans on the tile floor.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Breakfast Stream. How's everyone doing today? Did everyone have a good weekend? Did you get something done? Was there something that you're like, oh man, I have to do this thing?
I did.
It's true. Thomas says it's 1,000 degrees.
What is our temperature outside?
It's almost 70.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be in the 40s
Fantasy football.
in a week.
Sleep in, recovering from flu. So last week there was a lot of people talking about having the flu, so hopefully more people are well. Although statistically, probably other people have the flu now, so it might be evening out.
Thomas says fantasy sumo, which was I was gonna say.
Shoveled the driveway. Chaz, other people, did you relax this weekend? Steven, did you get something done? Chaz is going full psychologist here. It may be indicative of a problem.
Hi, sweetheart.
It's true. I see value in productivity. But, you know, it's fine. Everyone's got to do their own thing. I hope everyone did relax. Wish that for everyone. And so many people are dealing with snow. And, like,
January.
We're definitely not. We're definitely not. We have had... I mean, like, so... It gets cold here. I mean, everyone's, like, definition of cold is different. But usually in January, it's fairly consistently in, like...
The 50s and 40s?
Yeah, like 50s at the high end.
Yeah.
But, like, consistently in, like, the 30s or 40s. And I know for some people that's still warm. And if that's warm for you, you can live anywhere. But usually it's in, like, the 30s and 40s. But for most of January, it's been 70.
Yeah. Next week is the first bit of cold we're having again.
Yeah.
I know what you did this weekend that was relaxing. Maybe. You don't see it that way? We watched the Packer game.
We did. We did watch the Packer
They beat
game.
the Seahawks.
On Sunday, we went over to Dan and Lindsay's and we watched the Packer game. And it was fine. I don't know a whole lot about football. Never have. But what happened during the last 2 minutes of the game...
Yeah, I don't like that.
...was real boring.
And, like, I get what Carly said. I talked to Carly and she was like, but that's the reason, like, we might have lost if we didn't do that.
Yeah, but who
victory.
cares?
I agree. I agree with you.
It's
like, it was a terrible way to win.
It's a game. It's supposed to be entertaining, and like the last 2 minutes were like, I was like, what's happening? What's happening? They're not doing anything.
We were like, yeah, they're letting the timer run out.
Chess says it's a game, so you use the rules to win. Well, some rules are stupid, and rules in football can change. They have historically in all the major games. It's just like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Sagan keeps rubbing his nose on the corner of the table.
He's a good boy. Oh, I have a...
Oh, you scared him.
I felt that come on very suddenly. So this morning we've got these Tasty Cake pecan swirls. And we have these courtesy of my parents, who originally bought them. Did you not bring up any, like...
Plates? No, I thought you could eat off the tray.
Well, I was going to say, like, napkins.
No, I didn't.
These are...
And I can't get up.
These will just be a prop.
Go get napkins.
I'll get napkins. My parents bought these for the folks that came and worked on their room. Mm-hmm. And that's the part where I can't remember if we've talked about...
No, I don't think so.
That room or not. I can't remember what I said on Breakfast Stream last week because there's too much happening each week for me. So I'm just going to assume I didn't. And if I have, then just relive this with me. If you saw the vlogs, you will know that I gave my parents a television for Christmas. And in order to fit that television in their room, they had to get a new entertainment center. Well, in addition to getting that new entertainment center, they decided to make some other changes because, again, they've had the same everything for 22 years. So they had a border up along their wall, which is a very, 90s thing. And they really didn't like the border. And they decided that they were going to change the walls. They were going to pull down that border and they wanted to paint the walls. So they did. And they decided that they wanted to change the carpet in there because the carpet is 22 years old. It wasn't super nice carpet to begin with. And they're like, we want to change the carpet. So they did. And that room looks completely different. The walls are a different color. The floors are now wood. And they did finally get a TV stand.
Yeah.
And they got rid of their furniture. They walked into a furniture store and there was one last piece. They've always wanted leather furniture, but the leather furniture was always very much out of their price range. They walked into a furniture store looking for a TV stand, and they had the floor model of this one piece of...
It was on closeout.
Leather furniture, and it was on closeout, and it was ridiculously cheap, and they were like, we want that. So literally everything is different. The floors are different, the walls are different, the furniture is different, and this is the main living room. This is where all the stuff was before. Then, and this gets wilder, they had their old entertainment center, and they needed someone to come get it. So they were calling around to the different places for someone to come get this entertainment center, and it was going to be a few weeks before Goodwill or Salvation Army or whoever could come get this thing. And they said, it'd be kind of neat to have a coffee bar. That's something my dad has really wanted ever since we got ours. So he's really wanted a coffee bar, and they decided that they would take their TV stand, because I don't know if you've seen inside my parents, in the vlog that was there recently where I showed the TV that was dead, there's three big pieces. There's one big centerpiece, which is where the TV goes, and then there's two stands, right? They wanted to keep the big stands, the big bookshelves, because they're storage. But they had the middle piece, and they needed to get rid of the middle piece. But instead, they took a saw, and they cut off the top. And then the TV stand has this, we took them off years ago, but there's doors that go on the front. They put a door on the top, and...
Brandon has pictures from Discord, so he can show.
Oh. Okay. You can show one of these pictures then. It'll probably give some extra context. They put a door on top, and then they're planning on putting a glass top on that. So that is my mom.
With a Sawzall.
And this is from a text message. You can see my dad saying, "Oh Lord." I love it. So yeah, they cut that top off. And then they were left with, this... Yeah, they were left with that.
And that's the old carpet and wall color.
Yeah, so they did this before this other stuff happened. It's
Yeah.
like I said, it's been a
Crazy week.
It's been a busy week.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a
Brandon
very...
says you never sent the finished thing. I can send that, Brandon.
Yeah, Mal's got an updated photo so you guys can see this. They don't have the glass top on it. But, like, here's the thing. That furniture, that was, I mean, it's 22 years old. But it was expensive furniture. Because it's all, you know, real wood. And it's high quality stuff. And, you know, when they were telling me all this, I was like, I mean, that's wild. And most people would not do that. And they said, well, what's the worst that could happen? They said, we were going to get rid of it anyway. So if it's cool and it works out, then we have a coffee bar. And if not, then we'll throw it away. And I'm like, fair.
Sorry, I have to go find it. I didn't save it.
Because, like, the whole thing was that, you know, no one could use it anyway. Because it's for the Squares TV. Now, my parents were also trying to get rid of their couch and their love seat. And they did. And they needed someone to come get that quickly. Because, again, Goodwill was going to take a while. So they put it on Facebook. And they said that they got rid of it in 20 minutes. It was just like that. And actually, the people that got it were victims of Hurricane Florence who had lost all of their stuff in flooding. So it got to go to a good home.
Florence was the one we evacuated to Atlanta for.
Yeah.
So that was 2 years ago. So they said they've had no...
1 year ago.
No. Yeah, 1 year ago.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah.
So they've had nothing until now. So
it actually worked out really well.
okay, I found the one.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mal will get that posted shortly. So yeah, it worked out really well because that furniture got to go to a good home. My parents got, I mean, it's a work in progress because they needed the glass top, but they, you know, got a coffee bar out of it. So that's it. And you can see the door.
And the arch is from the top.
Yeah, they cut the top off of the thing. So the little thing at the top is actually the top of the entertainment center. Mm-hmm. And they also, and I don't know if that picture showed it, but like there was some other little rod things that they glued to the side. So it ended up looking like pretty decent, considering that, I mean, they didn't have to buy anything. And my parents are like super particular about, well, my mom is super particular about like the way things look, and like things have to match and have to be very perfect, which is why it took them so long to find a TV stand in the first place. But yeah, I like it.
And then I have a picture of the room. Mm-hmm. Brandon saw the picture I sent in Discord.
Oh, did you have a picture of the room?
From last night.
Oh, snap. So here's a picture of the room.
So that had the burgundy carpet and the tan walls.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a shock to everyone. That is a different room.
That's from the kitchen looking towards like the laundry room.
Yeah. Yeah. And like so my parents are ecstatic because they've literally lived in exactly the same house with exactly the same decorations. The same decorations. For 22 years, and this is just a really, really nice change for them. A-Draft says, couch on the left, TV on the right. Yes. Yep. So, there's still like a little things here and there that they want to do, but overall, that's what it looks like, so.
Your mom took down the wallpaper.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was a process.
Yep. So, it's great. Everyone says rip the Angels. The Angels got to live there for 22 years. And they have flown away. They have returned to heaven. They had work to do. Chaz asking the important questions. Thank you, Chaz. Shout out to everyone who watches 1,000 Blank White Cards and the insanity that comes with that.
Are baby angels spare tires?
Thank you, man. Anyway, let me read a few alerts here.
Hi, Sagan.
But I wanted to tell that story and like get all that information out because like that has all happened in like a week?
Yeah, Friday was painting and then yesterday was the floor. the guys came and took out the carpet and put the floor in.
Yeah. Yeah, and like my mom is an incredible woman, and I think most people can gather that just from the limited amount that she's on the vlogs. But she is always looking for a deal, and is just capable of finding it, and
is capable of getting people to do what she asks.
Basically, yeah. but she actually found someone local to do this stuff who is like just kind of starting their business, and they do like amazing work. And because they're starting their business, they are like, their prices are lower because they're just trying to get like word of mouth out and stuff. And I was like, that's really cool. So yeah, they got a bunch of stuff done, and they actually had a few different people, I think, work on a few different things.
They found the guy to do the floor first, and then they found this guy. And then he's like, oh, I can do the floor, but they already had someone lined up.
Yeah, so they let the other people do the floor.
The guy who did the painting is this guy,
yeah.
And he might do some other stuff, so.
So yeah, everything looks great. Everyone's done a really great job on everything. I think the weirdest thing for me now, and some of it has to do with the fact that there's nothing in there, there's no furniture in there yet, but like the room is so echoey. Like, if you're talking in the kitchen, there's, like, an echo that comes from that side of the house just because it's just, it's all flat.
But think about how this place was in the kitchen before we had anything in there.
That's true.
And there was nothing in there last night.
Yeah. So that's going to get better. It's just a matter of getting to that point.
Sweet kitty cat. I need to stretch my legs out.
This is not allowed. 16 months from Satsy. Obligatory 16, and here's hoping we don't learn of a Wii game celebrating their 21st.
Hi.
That would be a wild addition. 14 months from Laney Bears. 14 months? Dang, that's a lot of toast. If you're here twice a week, and you're eating 2 pieces of toast, I can't do the math on that. 14 months from Ryan B06. Glad to catch you guys live for a change. Hashtag VOD Squad. Glad you're here, Ryan. It's a different show. We've been secretly recording special VODs for YouTube. This is a different show. 9 months from Fuzzy Pickles 95, triple plus. 15 months from Miss Ray Moose. What you gonna say?
Jem wanted to know how Rocco's handling it.
Oh, not well at all. Not even close to well. Rocco will come to where, like, the kitchen starts on the other side of the room.
By the dining room.
Like, by the dining room. Mm-hmm. He'll turn the corner to, like, look into the kitchen, and then he'll just get, like, super, super scared, and he'll leave. And then last night, we were over there for a little bit, and he actually came into the kitchen and walked close to where the little sitting area is in the kitchen, and, like, got up to where the new room started, sniffed, turned around, and just ran as fast as he could. So, I know it's gotta be alarming, because cats, like, live life through their scent.
Yeah.
And everything in that room smells different. Like, there's completely new smells, so it's gonna take a while.
He walked through it to get to the litter box while we were gone.
And that's wild.
I know,
because he's deathly afraid of the room.
And they put another litter box on the other side, so he didn't have to go across if he didn't want to. But
yeah. I don't know. He'll adjust.
Cassie says, any plans to do the dining room? I think if she had the choice, and
if they had if they had the budget for it, they would redo the whole house. I know they would.
Oh yeah, but the kitchen would be next.
But
your mom really wants the kitchen done.
The kitchen's probably the next thing. But I know that they like, and the thing is, like, this, all the stuff for the den that they've worked on, like, this wasn't planned. This was just, I think this has been a tipping thing for a long time, and me forcing them to get a new TV stand, like, really snowballed everything. They just wanted to do this forever, and I kind of gave them the reason. But that's not why I gave them a TV. I gave them a TV because I was like, you guys watch a lot of TV, your TV should be, like, big and nice and stuff. And of course, that has led to redoing the whole room. But I really sincerely hope that when it's all said and done, that they really like it.
Yeah.
And I think they will. The room is, like, completely different now. 8-month sub from Galactic Remix. Also get a sub from Pico Biscuit. I think I said that right. 4 months from Lixtrin. 14 months from Wizard Grad Student. 14 months. Time flies. Thank you guys so much for making my work mornings more enjoyable. Don't tell my boss. Your secret is safe with us. 16 months from Jesse Anorak. 16. Man, it's been a while. It's good to be here this morning, and I hope you're both doing exceptionally well. We're pretty good, Jesse. We're pretty good. The vlog releases have been a little, like, up and down.
Yeah.
Because, like, on days where I have time to do it, I'm like, ah! And then, like, the next day there'll be nothing because I'm juggling too much other stuff. I've also, and, like, this will come out later, and he'll tell you himself, and it's been a funny set of circumstances over and over again. Actually, he tweeted about this recently. But I've done some stuff for Emil, and Dan has obviously been doing some stuff for Emil, and I'm not going to spoil anything.
Because you used to do a lot of the screens, but Dan does those now, and you do the logo.
The only thing I do outside of something like really crazy special is I do Emil's logos. And man, just at some point he'll tell you the insanity that has been the last month. But I've been busier than I ever should have been. So yeah, later on when you find out all the stuff that's happened, just keep in mind that I was doing that while also releasing months worth of vlogs. It'll make me seem really impressive.
What did he tweet?
He tweeted the other day about how later, he's basically like, later I've got to tell you about how all the stuff's going down. Cause like, yeah.
It's crazy.
And it is nuts. It's actually the amount of things that have happened in the past month for him, and then as a result, me and Dan have been a little crazy. But I'm excited for when
you can talk about it.
When I can talk about it. Which is whenever he decides to talk about it. 14 months from Jizak. Morning, everyone. I'm still on winter break, so I still get to watch live. Heading back to Wisconsin for school next week.
Stay warm.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
My dad had a city snowplow, like one of the really big snowplow salt trucks.
Yeah.
Go into the ditch in front of their house in
That's
Wisconsin.
right. I saw that. There are snow plows in my ditch in Wisconsin today. Yeah, I saw that picture and it was like, that seems not particularly
Well,
ideal.
they were supposed to have a lot of snow and, like, bad weather on Sunday during the Packer game.
Yeah.
And, like, they were, like, preemptively canceling flights and stuff out of Milwaukee Airport. And then they had nothing. But the day before, they had a ton of ice.
Oh, man. Sorry. Colin says, did you see the Smash announcement for Thursday? I just saw on Twitter that there's a video for the last DLC fighter. Tweet is this year this time. For real?
Yeah. There's been a few people.
So they did it this morning. Also, does that mean that Not David Lynch was right? Not David Lynch was making, like, predictions based on data, which is my favorite kind. Like, there had been Smash Directs and Nintendo Directs, and, like, it was going to... There would be an announcement. I think he predicted that there would be an announcement. He says, I was wrong. I thought it was today.
No, it's Thursday. The announcement is Thursday.
I thought the prediction was that there would be one, that they would announce it today. I don't know. I just like thinking that he's right, so I'll just say that he did. I predicted a full direct this week. I mean, but still, you predicted that they would announce a thing today. You gotta take the victories where you can get them. That's what I say. That 1500 bits, by the way, is from Spark Strike 13, who says, there sadly aren't raisins in my toast, but there is so much ice in my driveway that my car can't get out.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, 70 degrees. That sucks. I can't even relate to that. I don't think I've ever been in a position, like even with other people on vacation, traveling, visiting family, that I've ever done that.
Where
You know
there's
what I mean?
a ton of ice.
Where the car can't leave.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, whenever we've gone to Wisconsin or whatever, I mean, you've seen snow, but never like ice.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen
Like freezing rain.
and I've seen that before. Like, you know, my family is from Maryland, West Virginia, and we went that winter. So, you know, I've seen all of those conditions before, but we've never been like snowed in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have seen like snow and ice before.
Yeah.
It's just all of that I saw on a regular basis growing up was all before the vlog ever started. And I haven't really spent a whole lot of time back. It's interesting because 10 years of my life is on the internet. People know the snow and ice that I've seen in the last 10 years, and it's not been a lot. There's been a few times I've been in the Midwest, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
16 months from Chrissy. 16. Thanks for 16 months and many more of making my mornings at the office enjoyable. Now that goose painting is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Have a great day, grandparents. Yeah, that's the big news here. If you didn't know, Mal's goose painting is out. The auction is up if you're interested in bidding. The time lapse is out, and then hopefully within the next few days, Mal's full version will be out. So yeah, check out the time lapse if you haven't. It's real good.
Thanks.
It's real good.
Thanks.
It took Mal 77 hours.
Yeah.
As a reminder, she had recently broken the record for most time spent painting on her Banjo-Kazooie piece in October with 55 hours. So to go from 55 to 77 is crazy. Most of her paintings, like her average painting time is between like 30 and 35 hours. So this was like more than 2 paintings.
Oh, Doodles, can we talk about the export of that?
Yeah, that was a whole thing. So, and I'll quickly explain this because I don't think people understand exactly how this works. Thomas says, and there weren't any rocks.
There were 5 rocks.
There are a few rocks, although there was dots, so
Yeah.
it was probably
Those
a
were
little
one of
easier.
the easier parts.
So whenever Mal works on her videos, she's capturing everything. She'll usually have like 30, 35 hours of footage that she brings into the computer, and the camera that she uses, the GH4, captures everything in
5
like
minute,
5-minute clips.
almost 6. It's 5:50.
Yeah. And I think what it's doing, I haven't checked, but I think what it's doing is it's adhering to the FAT32 file system where an individual file can't be larger than 4 gigs. I think it's what it's doing. But basically, however long she painted, 35 hours, she's got 5-minute clips that equal up to that, so hundreds of clips. Final Cut doesn't really like that. Whenever you bring it in, it'll work fine, but if you're trying to time-lapse that, if you're trying to take several hundred clips and say, let's squeeze this down to
1 minute.
1 minute, Final Cut glitches in a bad way. And it's something that when we first noticed it years ago, I was like, certainly they'll like fix this. And they never did. I don't know if it's just something that the program literally cannot handle or what, but
Dan
it just...
says he has the same problem in Premiere.
Okay, so it's just... NLEs in general are like, please don't ask me to time-lapse hundreds of things. So we get around this by first exporting that out. So Mal will take the 35 hours and turn it into one video. Now, there's a bunch of different ways that you could do this and automate this process, but because Mal wants to go through and cut out all of the parts where you're not actively painting,
Yeah.
you have to start by going through it.
Like, there was a good chunk, a good half hour in this one I had to cut out where I'm helping your mom pick out paint colors for the wall. So, like...
Because she called.
Yeah. So, like, I didn't stop the camera because I didn't know how long I'd be. So, like, that's something that couldn't stay in because it's just me, like,
Sure. So, to give an example of exactly how this painting specifically worked, there's 77 hours of footage. Mal goes through to cut out anything that's not actively painting, And that went from 77 hours to 48 hours. So Mal had 48 hours that she then has to turn into one single video. So she exports that. And for what we're making, for our settings, 4K 30 at 45 megabits per second, at those specific settings, it takes Mal's computer, basically whatever the timeline length is, half of that to export it. So Mal's got 48 hours of footage, which means it's going to take 24 hours to export. So it took 24 hours to export. So she started the export, and it almost right on the dot took 24 hours. And after 24 hours, we had the same thing, but as one video.
Yeah. And let's see. Someone was asking what I cut out otherwise. Things like I didn't include any of the drawing because I drew everything in first before I did that underpainting in the raw sienna color. I cut all that out. I cut a lot of the redrawing I did because, like, when I finally got to the farmer at the end, I redrew him in to make sure I liked how he was set. I cut that out because it's so hard to see in the time lapse. Things like if I'm turned away from the easel for so long, because I don't like those quick clips where I'm like turned around. So I cut a bunch of that out so that doesn't happen.
And I mean, like, I'm sure it sounds weird for them if you're like, I painted for 77 hours, and then after cutting out things that aren't painting, it's 48 hours. Because that's a huge chunk. But there's so much other elements to painting.
Like, if I'm mixing colors, I don't include that because otherwise I'm looking down.
Yeah.
Or washing brushes turned around. Like, that's all cut out.
Yeah. The actual painting process, painting being brush touching canvas, is like only ever 2/3, 1/2 of it.
There was another question I wanted to answer.
People wanted to be.
What I cut out?
Patreon.com/StephenGeorge or Mailmix. Thank you for your support. We appreciate it. If you ask for the beans, you can have them. There they are. But yeah,
there was another question I wanted to answer that was similar. I don't remember what it was.
But yeah, like that is all still, your example of the phone call was weird.
Oh, well, that's because that was the one I just did, because it was at the end of the video.
Like, that obviously is not part of 77 hours.
Oh, no, that was only like 20 minutes.
But everything else, you know, mixing colors, even just trying to figure out, like, because sometimes Mal will, like, do examples in her sketchbook trying to figure out what to do to put it onto the canvas. Yeah. Like, that all counts towards...
Yeah, stuff I cut out.
Yeah. Anyway, so that took a day. Yeah. And then you could make the time lapse.
I remember the other question. Someone was asking if I have been editing as I go or at the end. I did this one at the end. I've gotten really fast at editing the time lapse. I finished painting before game night on Saturday.
Yep.
And then before we actually started recording for what we recorded for Steven and Friends, I started editing. And then after that, we were watching Sumo and I finished editing. Like, that same night. And I hit export before we went to bed.
Yeah. And Mike was asking, at 77 hours, basically how long will the full version end up being? But that is actually...
This one's weird because of that.
Well, the full version basically has everything to do with how much Mal talks.
Yeah.
And if Mal doesn't have a whole lot to say about what she's doing, the full version can actually be short. So 77 hours... While that's a long time, and you would think it would scale, it may not. It may still actually be a shorter full version because most of what Mal does is just dots.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. Like, I talk sometimes, but I'm like, there's not much to say. I'm just putting in dots.
Yeah.
These are yellow dots. These are green dots.
These are yellow dots. We got a 9-month resub at tier 2. That's Gold Toast from Kikyo539. A light descends from the skies. A heavenly voice speaks. This is God. I bestow upon you a babe of Twitch. Her name is Kevin. Thanks, God. Thanks, Kikyo. And congratulations on 9 months. We also got 100 bits from What is even this game? This is a great name. Also, this keyboard's so sensitive. Sometimes I do it and it's like... That scared Kepler. Sorry, buddy. When did you get here?
He's been there.
How long? I didn't start the stream
Before
with
we
him.
even talked about goose painting.
That's cat
Sagan is
ownership, by
so
the way.
hot.
That's cat ownership.
Like, I am starting to get overheated because of Sagan.
He's a warm boy. You got 14 months from Gibnib. Speaking of weather, it's minus 40 Celsius here with
Which
wind
is
chill.
the same as Fahrenheit.
Man.
There's only two I know the same, and that's 0 and 32 and negative 40.
I mean,
Because 0 and 32 are the same.
yeah.
And then negative 40 is the same.
Is where it
in
matches
both.
up, yeah. I mean, the thing is, that's cold no matter what. Doesn't matter if you got a C or an F there.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very cold. 16 months from Murmur. 16 hopes to 16 more. Love you guys. Thanks, Murmur. I hope we're celebrating 32 at some point. Yankee got 13 gives a sub to Super Bowl pants. That's what I was wearing. No, that wasn't the Super Bowl. That's
No.
what I'll be wearing on February 2nd.
Yes.
And I won't be rooting for the Patriots because they're not in it. Which, you know, I'm happy about. I don't really have any, like, bad feelings towards Patriots or Patriots fans. It's just, no one wants to see the same team win forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody wants to see it. Cleveland Browns.
They're not in the playoffs. It's like what? The 49ers, the Packers. Who else is in? Titans? Who else is in? Chat will tell me. Chiefs, thank you. Those are the four.
So it's only one of those four.
Yes.
What if it gets closer and one of the teams goes, we're sick that day, can the Browns play?
That's not how it works.
We invented the sport. We can change the rules. I would like to see them make it. 15 months from ComCody20. Man, it's been a long time since I was able to watch. With me being sick and having a break, I've been keeping up with the blogs though, and am proud to see you getting closer. Happy New Year to you both. Thank you, Cody. And I hope you I hope you are feeling better already. That's kind of what I gathered, but if not, I hope you get better soon. 14 months from Kayla Lala. I've only been able to intermittently tune into streams lately since things have been so hectic here. Cheers to my last semester in college. Cheers. I hope everyone finishes strong. Because there's only a handful of people that finished in winter. But a lot of people will be finishing
In the spring.
yeah, in May or June or whatever, where most people end up finishing. That'll be exciting for folks. 300 bits from Squid. So it looks like Sakurai is doing a presentation on the next Smash Fighter on the 16th at 9 a.m. Eastern. Wait, 9 a.m. Eastern?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a live reaction.
Uh-huh.
Honestly.
Coffee!
Because I don't know how else we would do it. We can't start at 9
No.
and not watch it. Because for one, everyone else will be watching it, and then also number two, they'll come in and be like, can you believe that we're gonna play as Mike Jones from Star Tropics? And I'll be like, so yeah, we only have two options. Our first option is either start breakfast stream at like 9:30.
Uh-huh.
Other option is do a live reaction at 9. One of these is harder to do than the other, but okay. I'll set it up. I'll figure out what I'm going to do. One of those two things will happen. Either breakfast stream will start late so I can do a reaction like I want to do, or we'll just do it live. But I have got to test some stuff if we're doing it live. But why 9?
Oh,
Even
Sagan.
9:30 with a...
Stretch out.
It's fine. 510 bits from 05 Nataku. Bits for Mama George, the all-in-one super mom. I'm happy they get new stuff and hope for better service than the appliance guys. Here to get cheered up a tiny bit. Yesterday, my sweet fuzzy bunny baby Haru died in my arms as her kidney disease finally took its toll. 4 times she bravely clawed her way back from illness caused by a parasite that the doctors thought would be her death, but now she was all fought out. My sweet fur child, give hugs to your furry boys for me. I'm so sorry to hear that, Nataka.
Yeah.
It's always very, very difficult to lose a pet. And it sounds like Haru was, trying her best. Sorry to hear that. I hope that you can find peace in some of the good memories in this time. We got 500 bits from Sanzu. Says, longtime VOD watcher, first time watching live. Just want to thank you for all the amazing content. We're doing our best. Doing our best to continue making the things the best we can. And
Yeah.
there are many things to make.
Yeah.
Trying.
We're trying.
I know you feel better after getting that painting done.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you still have to do the full version.
Oh, I know.
But.
Yeah.
And there's stuff happening this weekend, too.
Oh, I know.
Exciting things, Mallory. Very exciting. 3 months from Rose Guardian Layla. Congrats on almost being fully caught up with the vlog, Steven. Thank you, Rose Guardian. Maybe this week.
Coffee.
If not this week, then like next week for sure. But I'm really hoping for this week. Really hoping. It's all about how much time I have. And how much time gets sucked into other things. 300 bits from Jam, who says, in the last breakfast stream, I can lucidly call Kepler sniffed out the Wii game, right? How many did you have to throw away, or was it just the one? Much love to Mao's million-dot pointillism painting. As I said, it literally belongs in a museum of this next level awesome. I love it and hate that I don't have tens of thousands of dollars to give the appreciation it deserves. Yay for destroying boulders. Have a lovely morning. It was just the one game.
Yeah.
Thankfully. And we checked all the other
Yeah, we did.
games around it.
And they haven't found any other ones.
Yeah. So, like, did it suck that we had to throw away that game? Yes. Was it a $3 game? Yes. And at Lunch Bunch,
Roland wasn't thrilled.
Roland, we brought it up to Roland, and, he said, what game is it? And I said, Storybook Workshops. And he was like, never heard of it. And I was like, don't tell me that, Roland. Don't tell me that.
You can get it on Amazon right now.
He was like, you'll never find it again. He's like
What?
that. And like his thing was not that we threw it away, because obviously if a game is moldy, like you're gonna have to throw it away. His thing, what he thought was funny is that we'll never find it again, and he's probably right. There are GameCube games that I have the disc, and I'm still trying to find like
The case
in the manual. I've been looking. I've never found them. There are games that I'm like, these games don't frickin' exist, and like I have them. But I don't have anything else, so I'm still I'm still trying to like 100% finish the GameCube library. There's only a few things I'm missing, very very few, but like I'm still looking for the stupid things. They're very very hard to find. 6 months from IC Patterns. Mal, do you think you'll ever do an alternative style like Impressionism or Cubism again?
I don't know about Cubism.
I like Cubism.
I know you do.
I've brought up Cubism before. Like, there's been times where, when Mal's trying to figure out what to paint, I've had Cubist ideas
Yeah.
specifically for it, and Mal was like, and I was like, okay.
I'll probably do pointillism at some point again. I liked it.
Also, Setsy said Cubist Cubivore, and that's very on the nose, but also appropriate.
Sagan, you're so hot. I'm so warm. Come here.
I like Cubism a lot. I don't know how well that sort of thing would do. I think most people's tastes in art are more aligned with, like, the idea of like what the general public likes as art is more a traditional look. But I like weird stuff. So, if you're ever interested in doing weird stuff.
Pet his belly. Pet the belly.
Hi, bud. Oh, you good boy. Shake his hand. You good? 12 months. An entire year from spinach wrap. You might remember the axolotl-sized fetus message my husband sent a while back. Now we have a week-old baby. His name is Eli. Your Link's Awakening playthrough was a good distraction from the first half of labor pain before it became drugs time. Congratulations. That is awesome. Congratulations to you and your husband. And Eli. I mean, Eli deserves a congratulation because, like, he's born and here. Congratulations. And also, it's so weird to think about our content being used to help distract from labor pain. But, like, that's cool. I'm glad to help in whatever way we can. So, congratulations again. And I hope that Link's Awakening isn't ruined for you. I hope you don't have, like, an association with... Like, if you're walking past it in Walmart, you feel like a twinge, and you're like, ugh. Hopefully
Spin Traps is so better than screaming.
I mean, that's good. 16 months from Felipe Corio 1. 16! Sorry, I had to. Don't worry. I always knew that it was coming, and lots of people have done it. So, soon we'll be to 18. And then everyone gets their 1+. 3 months from Abeth Lauren, who just says, yay! Congrats on the plus. 400 bits from, what is even this game? Good morning, Stephen Mal, Cats and Chat. Wanted to ask y'all for some advice. All the progress I've made at work has shown me what things/ideas don't work, which is still progress, but has caused me to feel deflated after a year. Do you guys have a go-to pick-me-up when struggling to make progress or making reverse progress on something else but not or opposite to the thing you're working on? A pick-me-up, I'm burpy, when struggling to make progress. So one of the things that I deal with, and Mal deals with immensely, and we have a bit of a mantra in the house, is when you're struggling with something, it's very easy to become within the mire of, I'm struggling with this thing. Mm-hmm. And not appreciate how far you've actually come. And this can be applied with, like, a lot of different things, whether it's like a project that you're actually working on, or if maybe the project is yourself and you're trying to improve something about yourself. It's very easy to focus on the hurdle you can't get over, and you never stop to realize you've jumped 10 hurdles. We deal with that a lot in the house, where it's like, oh my god, you know, I'm still
don't
not
have this done.
Yeah, like, I'm still not caught up on vlogs. Okay, but you did 3 months worth of vlogs in 3 weeks. So it's like, one of the things that helps us continue forward, like when Mal gets stuck on a painting or something, is like, yeah, okay, it's January and you're not done with your December piece, but look how far you've come. Mm-hmm. Look how beautiful this thing is. Life is nothing but an endless series of tasks, and there's always more. That's true. So I think that would be my big suggestion there, is that if you're struggling with something, just remember that everything that you've put into it still counts. It's not always about the destination. It is also about the journey. So just try and keep that in mind as you work on stuff. Because yeah, it totally sucks to not be able to finish the thing you're working on. You know, to see the goal and not have hit it yet. Just remember that the race that you've run is part of the entire experience. So that'd be my big tip.
Also taking like 10 minutes and stepping away.
Yeah. I got to do that a lot for some of the stuff I work on too.
Yeah, you do.
Or just sleeping on it.
Sagan agrees.
Coming back with fresh eyes on stuff helps me a lot too. 300 bits from Tipsy Taj. Haven't been able to catch these live because my work wants me to come in at 5. But I'm off today, so good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Also, coming in at 5 doesn't sound fun.
No.
I mean, if you get used to it, like, anyone can adjust to that, but still, I'd rather not. 15 months from Jennifer Jack. Hi, Stephen and Mal. Twitch has made me type this message for the 3rd time, so screw my original message. All I'll say is I love breakfast stream and toast. Keep up the great streams. Sorry Twitch ate your message. Twitch has been making a lot of changes. I know that to some extent they're feeling the heat from YouTube upping their live game and then also Mixer. So I know that they're working hard to make new features people love. And some are good. I think, and honestly, like, having been on YouTube for so long, I feel a kinship to some level with Twitch because it feels like there's people.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, I want to see. I haven't seen yet.
You haven't seen the hats?
I haven't seen the hats yet.
I really wanted to see the hats. And it's funny because that was 2033 bits from Chrissy G, who says, just wanted to see if Peggy has her hats. Please carry on. And she does. She does have the hats. Now the emote doesn't have the hats, but but also the emote is designed within a very small amount of space. So Zaraka made the
Are you done? Okay.
Hi, bud. The alert Peggy that goes across the screen, and then Wembler made the Peggy emote. And I'm wondering.
Second, you're warm.
Hey, now you can go get a paper towel.
Yeah, fine.
I've just been waiting on that moment.
You could have gotten one before you got Kepi.
I know, but if I waited long enough, then you'd have to do it. And isn't that what marriage is all about? Anyway, Chrissy, thank you for the bets. Sagan ran down because he thinks that that's where food is. I mean, he's not wrong, but he's not getting food. Gold Mage gives a sub to Moldy Games. Again, that is a real, actual username. Cap, no, you don't have to leave, honey. Oh, he's gone. I think Mal's giving them a treat. 600 bits from Zach Chillman, who says, good morning from a stuffy boy. Dad had a cold, now Mom and I do. Great, yay, kill me. Anyway, coffee makes everything better. Sorry that you're feeling under the weather, Zach, but you're not alone. There's a lot of other people that have been feeling not so great. A lot of flu going around. I mean, it's January, so I guess that's to be expected, but still. Welcome back. Did you give them anything?
Not yet.
Oh, I thought you were giving them a treat because.
I have them.
Oh, you have them. Oh. Almost silent second.
I know.
Come here. Don't get under her. You're giving them a treat.
Hi, buddy.
So other people can see it.
Hi. Sagan. Sit. Sit.
Sit.
He's trying.
He's trying, but he wants his arms on you, and he can't do it. He's like.
You got your butt down? Sit. You're sitting. Go boy. Kepler. Sit. Sit. Good, Kepler.
It's going to be a fight over these things.
Sagan. Sit. It's up here. Sit. Sit. You know what to do. Kepi knew what to do. There you go. You got up.
He was like, my butt touched the ground. I mean, for what it's worth, Mal, we never make them do this in our laps.
On the couch. Kepler.
They're probably very confused. They're
Can
like,
you shake? Good shake.
They're like, how does this
Good
work?
Good boy. Kepler, sit. Come here. Come here, Kepler. Kepi, sit. Good, Kepi. Kepi, shake. Come on. Shake. Kepi. Kepi, shake. Good, Kepler, shake.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
You did bring, like, paper towel, right?
I did.
Okay, I was like, I hope you remembered to bring the thing you went down for.
I did bring paper towel.
Also, Jam had asked about this shirt. I got this shirt in one of the last two mail videos. October, November. One of the two. I'm not sure which one. Okay. I haven't had one of these in like 1 million years.
I've never had a pecan swirl.
Oh. Well, It's
Prowl says, wait, does Steven get a treat? He gets a tasty cake.
and they're fresh. They're basically a cinnamon roll. Honestly, like they don't really taste too much like pecans to me. They just taste like cinnamon rolls. People wanted me to sit. Those are good. I don't want 3.
I only wanted 1.
Maybe I'll eat another one later, but that's like enough. It's nice to have something sweet though with coffee.
Am I out of coffee?
Mine's a little cool. In the future, we'll get like coasters. I don't know if they make these.
They do.
Coasters that like have like a battery in them. Or is that dangerous? I don't know. But they like stay warm and then it keeps your coffee warm. Isn't that a cool invention? I just invented that.
What about like a candle warmer?
What's that?
It's a candle warmer. So you don't have flames, but it heats up the candle so you can smell it from the bottom. It's basically like a mini hot plate. It was a big thing in like 2006.
No idea what you're talking about. That's the last sip of that I can take.
Do you need me to finish it again?
No, you don't have to finish it because after the show,
You're gonna go heat it up.
I always, yeah, if people didn't know that, I actually always finish my coffee. But if I have a little bit left, I just throw it in the microwave for 30 seconds, then I can drink it just fine. And then no problems. Yankee Gal 13 gives us up to I Eat Dog. Don't do that. Thank you, Yankee Gal. Did I just hear like a chicken?
I thought it was like a whoosh.
It was a chicken. It's Minecraft. That was called death. Goodness. I don't remember that track. Probably because it's so short. I probably would have just automatically skipped over it. Okay. So let's talk about what's coming up. The most important thing is Mallory's time lapse is out. Please check it out if you haven't. It's real good. The full version will be out in the next few days. We're working on it. There's at least one vlog ready. So there will be at least one vlog today. Can't promise more because I don't know what the day will entail. But that's happening. Thursday.
Coffee.
Thursday I'll have some coffee. Thursday, I guess we'll do a live reaction to the Smash event. I'm just thinking like how exactly I'm gonna do that. It's fine. It's fine.
Coffee.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. It's just, I was not, in a week when I'm so busy with so many things, and the stream boxes also I have to like fix it for game streams because it's not working correctly. I have all these things to do. The fact that Sakurai's like, I will specifically plan this to happen when breakfast stream is, so they have no choice but to do a live reaction and figure out all of the new problems that come with that.
You could just push it back a half hour.
I know. That'll be my backup plan. If I can, I'll get everything set. If not, I'll just push it back a half hour and go from there. Yeah. Anyway, 300 bits from Satsy, who says, I nearly forgot going grocery shopping yesterday. I found an impossibility. Tins of pumpkin puree. We don't get that over here, but there it was. I guess it's a sign to make pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
It's a sign. It's a sign. And you should absolutely do it. I mean, I don't really care for pumpkin pie.
I know.
But most of the general population likes it. Most like it. Also got 16 months from Harm NTG. Thank you, Harm. And then 300 bits from Goldmage, who says, I'm trying to send you some games that may or may not be moldy stories, but Amazon has issues with your address and says it should be P-Box 7. Is that correct? It also wants me to put in a phone number. Do I just add my own? Everything that you have there looks correct. Twice, but correct.
Yeah.
And for a phone number, you can just add your own. And that should work.
Yeah, that's just for the shipper.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. P.O. Box 721, Longs SC 29568. We have not moved.
The P.O. Box.
We have not moved. Yeah, yeah, they know we've moved. More times in the last few years than I would probably have liked, but yeah.
We actually asked them. We were like, hey, do you guys know somewhere we can move to?
Oh yeah, whenever we were looking for a place.
Before we found this place,
Yeah.
I asked if they knew anywhere that was for rent.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. That is it. Thank you all so much for joining us. Again, Thursday at 9 or possibly 9:30. We will we'll see you then. And then I could just preemptively tell you that there will be a gaming stream Friday too. I gotta work out the kinks on the box.
Yeah.
Because there's something weird going on. I'll fix it. Fortunately, not present on Breakfast Stream. Also doesn't make sense that it's not present on Breakfast Stream. Because it uses the same capture device, but who knows? The world is wonderful. And I love it so much. Thank you all. Have a wonderful Tuesday. We will see you back on Thursday morning for more Breakfast Stream. Right after I tell you that there's been an 8-month resub from Awkwardly Sober. Says, my wife is watching from home with her newborn son and I'm stuck here at work. Hello, family. Actually... Okay, that was great. That was great. Congratulations. That's pretty wonderful. That's a great way to end.